2 cross n matrix and m cross 2 matrix method in graphical method. If you get saddle point, so easily you can find the optimal strategy for player A and player B, etc. So P1 plus P2 should be equal to 1. So B1 is not connected, but B2 is connected and B3 is connected to this maximum point. Hello everyone, welcome back to my new session. I am Shweta, Computer Science Faculty, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU. In my previous session, I have discussed about pure strategy and mixed strategy. So today I will discuss the next topic called graphical method in game theory. If you get saddle point, so easily you can find the optimal strategy for player A and player B, etc. If you not get the saddle point, by using the formulas, you can find the optimal strategy and value of the game. So, after this, we have one more method called graphical method in game theory. If it is mixed strategy, if it is not solved by formula, we have to apply the graphical method. So, what is this graphical method in game theory? To solve the matrix of game theory, graphical method is the easiest compared to other methods such as dominance property, matrix method, etc. So already have explained this in previous session. So matrix method is difficult to compare to matrix method. This graphical method is easiest to find the optimal strategy. Clear? And in the graphical method, it is assumed that there is no saddle point. Here also, we will not get the saddle point, but till now, graphical method is restricted to 2 cross n or m cross 2 matrix only. So, we can use this 2 cross n matrix and m cross 2 matrix method in graphical method. So, here graphical method of solving 2 cross n or m cross 2 matrix. So, first method is 2 cross n matrix. So, this graphical method is one of the techniques employed to reduce both 2 cross n games as well as m cross 2 games. So, by using this graphical method technique, we can reduce 2 cross n and m cross 2 games into 2 cross 2 matrices so that solution can be obtained by the mixed strategy method. So, in graphical method, we are applying the mixed strategy method and it can helps to reduce the 2 cross n games and m cross 2 games into 2 cross 2 matrices. It is very easiest concept compared to matrix method. So, it can reduce both 2 cross n games and m cross 2 games by using 2 cross 2 matrices. So, we can get the 2 cross 2 matrices by using the graphical method. So, example 2 cross n matrix. So, what is 2 cross n matrix? That means you have A1 and A2 and B1, B2, B3, B4. So, here you have 2 rows and n number of columns. Clear? We have 4 columns and 2 rows, right? So, 2 rows and n number of columns called as 2 cross n games. And what is this m cross 2 games? M cross 2 games means, example, player A has A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. And player B has B1, B2. That means m cross 2. M number of player A's and 2 number of player B. That is called as m cross 2 games. In 2 cross n games, we will get only 2 rows, that is A1 and A2 row, and n means n number of columns. But in m cross 2 matrix, we will get n number of rows and 2 columns. This is m cross 2 games and this is 2 cross n games. So, first we will solve this 2 cross n games. So how to solve this 2 cross n game by using graphical method? So first problem in graphical method, solve the following 2 cross 3 game graphically. So this is 2 cross n method. We have 2 number of rows, that is player A, and n number of columns, that is player B. 2 cross n method. So how to solve this 2 cross n method by using graphical method? So as we have done in the pure strategy and mixed strategy, here also we have to find the row minima and column maximum. So in rows, which is the least value in row? 1. And in second row, the least value is 2. And in column, the highest value is 8 in first column. In second column, the highest value is 5. In the third column, highest value is 12. So now you can find the maximum and minimax value. So in row minimum, maximum value is 2. It is maximum value. And in columns, minimax value is 5. Minimum value is 5. That is minimax value. So now you can cross verify whether it is equal or not. So maximum value is 2 and minimax value is 5. Is this equal? It is not equal. So it has no saddle point. It has no saddle point. Clear? So now in my previous session I have discussed, if you not get saddle point, by using the formula we can find out this optimal strategy for player A and player B. That is the formula called P1, P2 and Q1, Q2, right? So now I am not applying any other formula, but I will use the graphical method for solving the optimal strategy for player A and player B. If there is no saddle point means you can continue this problem by graphical method. Clear? So what is the first step for graphical method? So first you have to write the optimal strategy for player A and optimal strategy for player B. So now in player A I have 2 rows, that is A1 and A2, that I can consider as P1 and P2, right? So we have only 2 rows in player A, that is A1 and A2. And in column, that is player B has 3 columns, that is B1, B2 and B3. I will take it is Q1, Q2 and Q3. So what is the probability of this P1 and P2? So P1 plus P2 should be equal to 1. And what is P2? P2 is equal to 1 minus P1. Clear? And coming to the Q1 part, Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 is equal to 1. So I'll repeat, player A has only 2 strategies, that is P1 and P2. Player A has only 2 strategy, P1 and P2, that is P1 plus P2 is equal to 1 and P2 is equal to 1 minus P1. And player B has 3 strategies, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. So SA is equal to P1, P2, strategy A, and strategy B is equal to Q1, Q2 and Q3, that is B1, B2 and B3. Write it properly. And now I will use the graphical method. So now you can use the graph sheets. So by using the graph sheets, I can find the optimal strategy. So here you just observe this. Which is the highest value among these values? Highest value is 12 and the least value is 1. So you just mark the axis. First draw a 2 vertical lines. Draw a 2 vertical lines. Already I have 1 vertical line here. I will draw 1 more vertical line. So now by using the graph sheet you can draw a lines. So first I will write the question properly. So we have 2 rows and 3 columns, right? A1, A2 and B1, B2 and B3. So what is the matrix? So matrix are 1, 8, 3, 5, 12 and 2. So this is your given matrix, right? By using the matrix, I can draw a graph. So first step in graph, draw a vertical lines. First you have to draw two vertical lines. I'll repeat. So first you have to draw a two vertical lines. So this line represent axis A1 and this line represent axis A2. And the probability value you have to consider. So this probability value I will take as 0 and this probability value I'll take it as 1. So from 0 you can start 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. I'll repeat. Probability value I will take it as P2 is equal to 0 and P1 is equal to 1. So from 0 you can start 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1, right? If you are folding this lines, so this point starts from 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1, right? So now I will mark the scales. So 0 and it is 1 by 4 and it is 1 by 2. Next is 3 by 4 and it is 1. 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. And now what is the first step? So first you have to mark the scales. So here you don't have any negative value and 0. I will start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So again same scales 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. This is 11. So now you just use this matrix representation. First column, second column and third column. So in first column I have 1 and 8. So from first vertical line to second vertical line, from 1 to, I will mark from 1 to first vertical column to second vertical column 8. I will mark this line. Join these two lines 1 to 8 and 3 to 5. 3 and 5. First vertical column is 3, second column is 5. So here, so mark these two lines. So 5 and 3. I have marked this 5 and 3. So next point is 12 to 2. From 12 to 2 you have to mark these 2 points. So mark it properly by using scale. So now 12 to 2 is finished. So we have marked all the 3 columns, right? So first column is 1 and 8. So 1 to 8, this column is called as B1, right? B1 column. And 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is called as B2 and 12 to 2 is called as B3. It is B3 column. Next step is select the highest point on the lower boundary. So this is higher boundary and this is lower boundary, right? Select the highest point. Highest point means maximum point on the lower boundary. So this part is called as lower boundary, right? This is lower boundary part. So select the highest point, the maximum point from lower boundary. So this is not maximum, but this is maximum point. So this point is called as maximum point on lower boundary. So this point is called as M, maximum point. So this maximum point, so this point is called as maximum point is M. This M point comes under the point called B2 and this B3. From B3 and from B2 we got the highest maximum point. So B2 and B3 is selected. This B1 is rejected because B1 is not connected to this highest point, right? So B1 is not connected, but B2 is connected and B3 is connected to this maximum point. So B2 and B3 is selected. B2 and B3 is selected and the remaining probability is rejected. So remaining is B1 is rejected. So here we got the 2 points called B2 and B3. Clear? So B1 is rejected because this highest common point comes under B2 and B3 line. So B1 is rejected. This B1 is rejected. So we got B2 and B3. So now in the next step, you have to remove this B1 because highest maximum point comes under B2 and B3. So you can select these two columns and rows. So B2 and B3 is selected, B1 is rejected. So it is very simple. If you draw the graph, you will get 2 points. By drawing this graph, you will get the 2 points, that is B2 and B3, etc. And after getting the 2 points, easily you can find the optimal strategy for player A and optimal strategy for player B. So, instead of using the mixed strategy by formula, we can use this graphical method. So, this graphical method is reducing the steps. Clear? So, here before it was 3 columns, right? B1, B2 and B3. Now, after drawing this graph, we got only 2 columns, that is B2 column and B3, right? So, now we can easily simplify the optimal strategy. So, now you can write the matrix. So, here B1 column has cancelled, B2 and B3 is selected. Now, write the matrix A1, A2 and B2 and B3 because B1 is selected, but you have to write the correct point. So, B2 and B3, that is 3 and 5, 12 and 2. So, this is your final strategy. So, now we can easily find the mixed strategy, that means analytical method. So, again find the row minima and col max. So, here the minimum value is 3, minimum value is 2. The maximum value is 5, maximum value is 12. So, now find out the maximin and minimax, maximin and minimax. So, maximin and minimax, it is not equal because 5 is not equal to 3. It has no saddle point. It has no saddle point. So, what is the next step? By using the matrix representation A, B, C, D, P1, P2, Q1, Q2, you can find the optimal strategy. So, by using the formula P1 is equal to D minus C by A plus D minus B plus C. Substitute the values of D minus C. So, D value is 2 minus C value is 5 divided by A value is 3 plus D value is 2 minus B value is 12 plus 5. It is minus 3 by 5 minus 12 plus 5 is 17. 12 plus 5 is 17. So, minus 3 divided by 5 minus 17 is minus 12. So, minus minus get cancelled, it is 1 by 4. Clear? So, P1 is equal to 1 by 4. So, now what is P2? P2 is equal to 1 minus P1, that is 1 minus P1 is 1 by 4. It is 3 by 4. So, now P1 is 1 by 4 and P2 is 3 by 4. So, like that you can find the Q1. Q1 is not there, so it is Q2. Q2 and what is the formula? So, D minus B by A plus B, A plus D minus B plus C. So, now substitute the values. D value is 2 minus B value is 12 divided by A plus D is 3 plus 2 minus B plus C is 12 plus 5. So, 2 minus 12 is minus 10 divided by 5 minus 17. Minus 10 by minus 12. Minus minus get cancelled. So, it is 5 by 6. So, now what is Q2? Q2 is finished. So, next is Q3. So, Q3 means it is B3. Q3 means 1 minus Q2. So, Q2 is 5 by 6, 1 minus 5 by 6, it is 1 by 6. So, Q3 is 1 by 6. So, therefore, Therefore, optimal strategy for both players, two players. So, strategy for A, player A is P1 value is 1 by 4 and P2 value is 3 by 4. So, 1 by 4 and 3 by 4, that is A1 and A2. And optimal strategy for player B, that is Q1 is cancelled here. Instead of Q1, Q2, Q3, we have B1, B2, B3 also. So, here B1 is cancelled means Q1 also cancelled. There is no value for Q1. It is 0. And Q2 value is 5 by 6. And Q3 value is 1 by 6. So, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So, this is the optimal strategy for player A and player B. So, finally, you have to find the value of the game. So, value of the game is equal to AD minus BC divided by A plus D minus B plus C. Remember this formula. So, AD means A is 3, D means 2, minus B is 12 into 5 divided by 3 plus 2 minus 12 plus 5. So, finally, you will get 3 into 2 is 6 minus 12 into 5 is 60. 6 minus 60, it is minus 54, and 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 17, it is minus 12. So, minus get cancelled. So, you can divide this. So, 9 and 2. 6 2s are 12, 6 9s are 54. It is 9 by 2. Therefore, value of the game is equal to 9 by 2. So, it is a positive value. If you get positive value, so it is gain to player A and loss to player B. That's it. So, this is your graphical method. So, it is very simple concept. Instead of using the complex matrix problem, so we can solve this by graphical method. So, today I have discussed about the graphical method, one problem. In my next session, I will discuss some other problems on graphical method. Thank you.